All right.
Hold on, let me change
So
pages.
this is the nurse in the clinical work view.
So you're going to select your patient that you have on your chart rack, apple martini. Okay?
Time in.
And then here's you double click on your time in here at the bottom. That's your nurse time when you're going to start with your patient. So the nurse is going to go right here.
Kathy, do you
And
have
that was
cheat
the
sheet
pencil
for the
icon?
Mandatories or anything?
No, they're all blown
They're all
in now.
blown in. It's really
Except for
nice.
Well, I did it
occupation
this
here is
morning, and I
not.
wasn't sure that.
And we're going to say occupation. Where does he work?
Well, he's using a saw.
Mercy. So he's at
He
maintenance.
fishes at Mercy in there.
He's going to be a
retention
lawn
basin.
or maintenance worker. Okay, so then that's the required fields for there.
All right.
How many years employee? You just go through. Okay, you click on the yellow, and you're right. Say 7 years. How many years in this type position? 7. You just keep scrolling to your right.
On the little
With the smaller arrow.
With the little arrow.
The
Right.
bigger arrow
Inside
will
arrow.
jump sections.
Sections, right.
Okay, that and
I don't know what goes there.
That
Okay,
was a
so this is what the secretary put in. As the nurse, you need to make sure it sounds appropriate. And here you might say, but it's the patient's chief complaint. So here you don't have to chart how long it is, how big it is, what you did with it. As long as it
But now
states
you can erase
what.
that whole thing and retype
You
it
can
if
go
you don't like what the
here,
secretary
if you
put
don't,
in there.
yes. If you don't like it, the way, if they just put cut right thigh, then you can update it to say exactly what they did or what they were doing. And then to get to the next arrow. Okay, so then this is those questions on education, suicide, abuse, whatever. It automatically defaults to no. So do you have any difficulty reading blah, 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 religious? Do you have any hurting yourself? Just leave all those no, and you don't have to make any changes. You deal with them if you do. List of allergies. You can freeform this, or you can do by click. Okay, so here, you see how if I'm not staying right on it, it moves? Okay, if you click on
it.
that arrow,
it does move
you
fast.
can't do it on the
It will hold it,
line.
right.
It will hold it if you do on the arrow. So I'm going to
that's
be
good to know.
allergic to that, and I'm going to be allergic to peanuts, and I'm going to be allergic to. That's all I'm allergic to. And you saw there's an auto save that was one section we just completed. Now we're into the next section.
So if you hit that right arrow, it auto saves.
Correct.
Fantastic.
When it goes to the next. So
You mean the
here,
big arrow.
current medicines.
No.
No, when I finished that one section,
Any screen.
then
The light blue.
it went. All right, so medications, he's on lisinopril. You'll see these are in alphabetical order. So lisinopril is there. He's on metformin. Where's that at?
And you can
MET.
type these. You don't have to.
Right.
They
It's
just
a lot
don't.
faster to
They
type
just
them.
don't come in.
And there's a lot of them, like aspirin's not in there. There's no blood thinners in there.
Well, I think
If you, I think they said if you be careful when you're free-forming because it doesn't come into the body of your note very well in sentence form. You might have to change your,
Oh, it doesn't?
yeah, current conditions.
Kathy, you could type one in, that freeform one in there, just so we can
Okay.
see.
All right, we'll do one of each, okay? Okay, we know they have hypertension, so I'm going to click on that arrow, and I'm going to click hypertension, and then I'm going to type here and go to diabetes. And you have to double click there, diabetes. Okay, so I'm done with those. Oh, did I miss
Write
one?
a note and see if it's screwed
Previous surgery. Okay, you
up. I never
want to,
noticed it
We'll
being
see,
funny.
yeah, we'll
Write
see,
that.
yeah, but we'll see when.
Right, previous surgery.
all right.
Didn't she do diabetes?
I
Yeah,
typed
so that'll
diabetes,
show
so
up in the
now we're
note.
going to do,
We'll see how it looks.
let's see, angioplasty. That's all he had. Tetanus, year was 2000. We have to give a tetanus. We want to, don't we, for training? All right, 1999. Work status, he's full-time
Go
regular.
back to your tetanus for a minute, Kathy. Can you
Yes.
do that?
Uh-huh.
In your drop-down screen?
It was years. Or does not recall.
Okay, there it is.
Never had, over 10
I was
years
wondering
ago.
the other choices. I just want to make sure. Go ahead.
Okay. Hobbies.
This
He
is the
is-
part, are we giving them something?
He's
Remember she had talked about
fishing.
giving
I'm
them-
not giving him that demographic sheet anymore. I've decided against it. The nurse is just going to have to ask him.
That's too much.
Preferred language. Oh, my mouse is moving.
Do you have any Howies? No, none.
And I'm just clicking on the screen. You just click on the yellow. Remember, like here, if you click up here on the top one, you won't get, you have to click in the yellow to get,
It did give you a yellow.
but it's because they've got them preformed in there already. So this is, I went through all the mandatory fields. As you notice here, there is nothing in this top box. So if you wanted to add something that isn't required, such as exercise, education problems, I don't know what else you'd want to include, any of these things, then you would do it there. But then it's, okay, then we want to move on past social and history was done, okay? Oh, you guys, it's automatically, you don't have to do this minus sign. Okay, height was going to be 72 inches.
What, you don't have to do, what are you talking about, minus sign?
When we were into it last week, the pulse ox wasn't showing up, so you had to
Oh.
click this minus sign to get everything on the
Right, yeah,
screen
right,
that you
right.
wanted.
Yeah.
Pulse-ox came up last time I looked at it.
Yeah.
And
Okay, so weight was 165, and it blows your BMI in. Temp was 98.7. Blood pressure 132 over 86. Respiratory is 18.
See, my nurse is gonna be sitting at the nurse's station doing this.
98%.
On the laptop.
Oh, no.
In the room
Yeah,
with the
in the room
patient.
with the laptop.
If they can get the laptop, yeah. If the physician doesn't have the one.
All right, so now I've gone to
They can
there.
use the one in their
This
office.
is
That's what
confidential,
most
so
of
you
them
know
do.
this will not go to the company, and you would just type pregnant, not pregnant, last menstrual period, anything in here. I guess we could say, how come it doesn't give us a box? You know?
Is it a gentleman, your
They
patient?
used to have a
No,
box.
she's Martini, I
They
know.
turned it into a typing thing.
Oh, I
It's
wonder why.
because it doesn't print out, it looks different now.
Yeah, I
That's
guess
one of the
because
things
it's
that's
that
hidden.
confidential.
It's one
Yeah.
of the things
Okay,
that's
now
hidden.
this is your smiley face, the old smiley face form. Do you have pain now? Is a yes. Has the patient had, that's a NA, we don't have an NA, so I'm leaving it blank. Does it have activities outside of work? We don't know because they're not, it just happened.
Well, that should be fine. If you leave it blank, it won't fill it in on your note.
Is the employee taking anything for pain? Has not. Is the employee taking, is it helping? Okay, so that's all we need to do on a new visit.
All right, we're going to pause here. Hang on.